I'm standing inside the Garcia Science Building on the Del Mar College East Campus. Courses offered by faculty in the Natural Science Department provide a solid background in the fields of biology, chemistry, geology, and biotechnology. The science courses offered satisfy requirements for a number of transfer degrees and certificate programs. These are a few of the career-building choices you have access to at Del Mar now. I'm Amy Mintz, Assistant Professor of Child Development Early Childhood at Del Mar College. 3 outstanding Del Mar College science majors are here today. Desirey Flores, winner of a National Science Foundation Award, is here. She is currently majoring in biotechnology and biology. Biotechnology, chemistry, and biology major Molly Robertson is also here. She'll tell us about some of the numerous science-based awards she's won. Clayton Speed is also here. He is a biology and biotechnology major. He plans to one day become a career scientist. And students in the radio and television program will present a Del Mar Now update. We have an interesting show planned. Don't go away. This is Del Mar Now. Our first guest is a Del Mar College student. She's majoring in biotechnology and biology. She plans to graduate from Del Mar College in May of 2015. She won a Joan Abramowitz Award for the Texas branch of American Society of Microbiology and an Advanced Technological Education Student Award for Excellence from the National Science Foundation. Please welcome to Del Mar Now, Desirey Flores.
Hi. Hi.
Thanks for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Okay, first of all, tell me, why did you choose biology and biotechnology as your major?
So when I was in high school, there was actually a forensic scientist coming. He came to our high school to kind of like show us what is forensic science and what is science all about. So when we went to the auditorium and after he presented, I went up to him and I said, do you like your job? He was like, I love it. He was like, I love science. Science is everywhere around us. And I was like, okay, I'm really interested. So when I came to Del Mar, I found out that they don't have a forensic sciences program, but they do have biotech. So biotechnology is kind of along the same lines. So I got into biotech and I took the first couple courses and I loved it. So from there I decided, well, if I have a biotech degree, why not go for the biology also?
Why not, right?
Why not? So yeah.
Okay, so someone at your high school approached you and so got you running in this field from early on.
Yeah, so it was actually my chemistry teacher in high school, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, what's been your biggest challenge in taking some of these classes as a major?
Well, these classes are actually they're difficult. They have, so you have the class and then you have lab. The lab is actually the part I love really much, but the lecture parts, they can be tough to sit through. The tests can be hard. You definitely have to study a lot for the science classes, but I mean, I love them. They're really exciting. They do challenge yourself though, and I like that.
Give you a little push.
Yeah,
that's great.
Exactly.
That's great. Well, as a woman, we're seeing this increase of women's majoring in sciences and mathematics, and why do you think that is?
Well, I know that science used to be like only a man thing, like back in the day, and an increasing number of women coming into sciences is great because I think they give like an alternative opinion to a lot of things, and it's good to have different minds working on the same problem. But yeah, my biotech teacher is a woman, and she's awesome. She rocks it. So I think it's great.
So do you think having those female mentors in the field is pushing more women into this industry?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's great.
They're definitely role models for women, like the younger women. So it's nice.
Well, you are quite acclaimed as an award winner. So you've won 2 awards recently.
Yes.
One from the Texas branch of the American Society of Microbiology and another from the National Science Foundation. Tell us about each of these awards.
Yeah, so the National Science Foundation Award was actually, you get nominated for this award, and Dr. Hatherell, my biology teacher, nominated it for me because I did a lot of work at the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab, and I did a lot of work on like DNA and DNA repair and how this all works around like breast cancer. So actually he is a officer for that, and he gets to nominate a student, and he nominated me. So which is really great. So you go to Washington, D.C., and you get up there in the front of the stage, and they give you the award, and you meet all these people. It's really awesome. And the microbiology award was actually a poster competition you go to. So like all of the work I did at the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab, you put it on a poster, scientific poster, and you go present. You see you have judges, and yeah, I won second place, and that was really great. It's like all your hard work pays off finally when you get an award, and you're like, yes, this is my work. I did all of this, and it feels good.
And you get a trip out of it too.
You do, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for the microbiology award, we actually went to New Orleans, and it was great because it was on Halloween. So like Bourbon Street on Halloween is so much fun. Like I really enjoyed it.
Well, awards and fun at the same time, so that's
exactly.
great. That's great. Well, what's been your favorite class at Del Mar College and why?
Favorite class would have to be the first biotech class I took. So Biotech 1414. Yeah, it was actually, they call it the phage program. So it's like really interesting because you get to go out and you get to isolate your own bacteriophage, which is really great. So you get like really hands-on experience. Like that was the first time I actually got to work in the lab. The project was my own. I did all the work on my own. So it was really rewarding, and that's when I really started like loving biotech, when I took that class.
Okay, so you got those experiences. Now,
Yeah.
if someone who's interested in taking some of these classes, what advice would you give them?
Well, definitely they have to like love science because it's what we do all the time, every day. But advice would be just work hard, and if you really enjoy it, then stick with it, and if you don't, then find something else you really like. There's a bunch of things at Del Mar, a bunch of classes to take. But the science ones are definitely awesome. The labs are great.
So realize it is a challenge, but make sure
Yes.
this is your passion, though.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure that you want to be a scientist from this kind of field or go off into something like that.
After you graduate Del Mar, where are you going to go?
University of North Texas. Yeah, definitely want to apply for the forensics program there. Maybe hopefully get in.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
No problem.
It's time to take a break, but next we'll meet a Del Mar College science major who plans to graduate with us in May. Stay with us.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best to spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you.
Just imagine the places we can go together. Del Mar College. Dreams delivered.
Oh, 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 oh.
Our next guest is a science major at Del Mar College. She plans to graduate in May of next year with her associate's degree in biotechnology, chemistry, and biology. She's won numerous awards and has participated in 2 summer internships at the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory in California. She's been a teacher's assistant for the bacteriophage class at Del Mar College for the past year and a half. Please welcome to Del Mar now, Molly Robertson. Hi, thanks for being here.
It's my privilege. Thank you.
Okay, tell us about your summer internships at the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory in California, and why did you get selected for this internship?
Okay, so we call it LBL just to shorten it up, so
Okay.
I'll refer to it as LBL, but I spent the past 2 summers working with the same mentor on the same project, and I actually was linked to the Berkeley lab from my mentor, Dr. Hathrell. He was able to send a select few students to the lab, and we were placed with our mentors according to our experience and our interests, and it was a great match. My mentor and I got along great, and we worked on some really fun stuff, and she invited me to come back the following summer and get paid by the government, and so that was exciting, and so I definitely said yes, and I've been invited to return next summer as well to do a 3rd year on the same project.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. How exciting for you. Fun learning opportunities and getting paid at the same time. Love
Yes,
that.
it was surreal going to the Bay Area and there's great people and great food and amazing weather, and then to just get to do like just groundbreaking research simultaneously, it's truly an honor.
That's great. That's great. Well, what's been your biggest challenge taking classes as this major at Del Mar College?
Well, it started off as the biotech classes being my most challenging, but I saw it as a good thing. So I spent some time struggling in biotech, and then when it clicked, the passion really sank in for me. But right now, it's really not the science classes that I find to be as difficult as the math, but chemistry is difficult as well.
So you have some that are your passions and some that are necessary to get into the field, though, nonetheless.
Yeah, usually it's the ones that I'm most intimidated by that I try to really like grasp and fall in love with, just so, hence the biotech, seeking stress is a challenge rather than just what it is to some people.
Okay. Well, I see you participated in the Science Education Alliance Bacteriophage project.
Yes.
What a mouthful. So can you briefly explain what this is?
Okay, so the Science Education Alliance is a program under the Howard Hughes Medical Institute, and there was billions of dollars left for research. And so one of the sectors that the money went towards is this bacteriophage project, which is high school students and community college students and some four-year universities isolate a bacteriophage, which is a virus that infects bacteria, and we have bacteriophage inside us. They are everywhere. And it's isolating and purifying them that can be the challenge. But our students every year isolate about 15 to 30 bacteriophage, and one student gets to get their DNA sequenced from their phage, and I was the first in South Texas to get chosen for that, so I was really excited. And then there's a follow-up class, and you do the genomics aspect, so you analyze the genome that you receive back once it's been sequenced, and that entails basically like figuring out where a gene starts and where a gene stops, and what its function most likely is.
Sounds exciting, actually. Sounds groundbreaking.
It's really cool.
And interesting, yes.
Yeah, it's really engaging. You get to name your phage and enter it into a database. And
what did you name yours?
Goose.
Goose. All right. Well, tell us what it's like being a teaching assistant for the bacteriophage class at Del Mar College.
Well, whenever I give presentations in front of a crowd, it's totally different now, because every day I'm talking to several intimidating faces in the audience whenever I'm like talking to the students, but it's a really neat job. It's nice to be able to take control, but also recognize that teamwork is so key whenever you're doing these laboratory experiments. No man stands alone. You have the helpers that just you couldn't make it without them, and I think that I'm a piece of that puzzle, and my friends are a piece of that puzzle, and my mentors are, so it's a really great collaboration I think that we have going on over there.
That's exciting. Well, congratulations on graduating upcoming. You've been working hard. It sounds like you've got some great awards ahead of you, and hopefully more to come still too.
Thank you.
We're taking a short break, but the students in the radio and TV program are up next with an all-new update. After that, we'll meet another Del Mar College science major. We'll be right back.
During emergencies, Del Mar College provides important information to students, employees, and the public using different communication methods, including the college's website, social media pages, and the local news media. As a Del Mar College student or employee, you can get first-hand notices by signing up for the DMC Alert notification system. Go to www.delmar.edu/DMC Alert. Information about the college's current emergency situation is also available by going to www.delmar.edu, calling the college's public information line at 698-1600, going to Del Mar College's Facebook or Twitter pages, checking the Caller Times website at www.caller.com, listening to broadcasts by local radio and television stations, or checking local stations' web postings. These messages include actions students and employees should take, as well as inform the public of current decisions made by college officials. Messages will be updated as determined by changes affecting the current situation.
Welcome to this edition of Del Mar Now Update. I'm Melinda Nelson.
And I'm Kira Hayes.
Registration for the spring semester at Del Mar College is underway. Individuals planning to take Del Mar College credit courses for spring 2014 are encouraged to register now by either going online or in departmental offices. Students who do have less than 24 hours of college credit will have advising holds on their records. Declared majors should seek advising appointments through their academic departments during regular business hours. Undeclared or liberal arts majors should complete advising in the Student Enrollment Center on either campuses. The first day of class for spring 2014 is in January.
And that is Monday, January 13th. A new course for Del Mar College students living in Calallen area is available for spring 2014. The required prerequisite course for the health science courses, Biology 2401, Anatomy and Physiology 1, will be offered. The addition of this course, along with several other courses offered at the Northwest Center, is for students who commute from Sinton and Orange Grove. Up to 36 students may enroll in the course. The course is identical to the one offered at the East Campus of Del Mar College. 19 different health science courses require Biology 2401. Also offered at the Northwest Center at 13725 Northwest Boulevard are English 1301, 2 development math courses, as well as college algebra, and 2 other health science courses. A training grant from the Texas Workforce Commission will help train workers for a local international company. The $117,000 grant will help Del Mar College train workers for the Tianjin Pipe Company plant in Gregory. The funds are expected to cover the training for 74 new workers. The employees will learn non-destructive testing and welding skills. Specific skills training is also slated for pipe loaders, operators, and technicians. Del Mar College President Dr. Mark Escamilla says the support from the Texas Workforce Commission has a long-term implications. During a news conference, Escamilla said the support positions Del Mar as a regional resource as well as a global training source for international companies locating in South Texas. 5 of the first 10 workers hired by the company had Del Mar College degrees.
A company out of California is targeting Del Mar College students, promising help in gaining financial aid. Student Financial Resource Center in Sacramento is sending a letter telling students they can receive financial aid by completing a student aid profile. The catch is a charge of $69. The Del Mar College Office of Financial Aid sent out a warning to students about the company. Although it isn't illegal to charge for providing help in gaining financial aid, the office points out the same service is provided at Del Mar College for free. The office notes that the application for federal student aid begins with the word free. The financial aid office says letters sent from similar companies at times use college names and logos to look official. The new FAFSA application process begins January 1st.
An award-winning documentary maker spoke recently at Del Mar College. John J. Valadez appeared on campus to screen the third part of a series called Latino Americans, Prejudice and Pride, which aired in September on PBS. The 52-minute documentary looks at the Chicano movement during the 1960s and 1970s. Cesar Chavez's and Dolores Huerta's work among farm workers in California is examined, as well as high school students walking out of class in Los Angeles. Valadez has produced award-winning documentaries for PBS and CNN. Among his credits are Passing It On and The Last Conquistador. He produced 3 series for PBS, Making Peace, Matters of Race, and Visiones, Latino Arts and Culture. Valadez is a founding member of a national organization in New York City.
And that is the National Organization of Latino Independent Producers. Food policy and its role in global hunger was the focus on Friday's series presentation. Food anthropologist Dr. Ellen Messer spoke at the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math program on the Del Mar College campus late October. Messer spoke on the state of food insecurity in the world and its causes. Special attention was given to developments in the United States and Mexico. Assistant Professor of Geology Beth Dushman said Dr. Messer's work was applicable to a number of programs at Del Mar. She cited culinary arts as well as the biotechnology and anthropology classes. Dr. Messer has served as director of Brown University's World Hunger Program. She has taught at Yale, Boston, Tufts, and Brandeis, and George Washington Universities. That's the edition of Del Mar Now Update. I'm Melinda Nelson.
And I'm Kara Hayes. Stay tuned for more Del Mar Now.
Plan your next event at Del Mar College's Richardson Performance Hall. Our facility accommodates conferences, concerts, religious events, and private parties. We have 3 lounges, balcony elevators, and a convenient drive-up drop-off. For productions, Richardson Performance Hall has more than 1,700 seats and is outfitted with staging, rigging, lighting, and sound capabilities, plus many patron and performer amenities. Book your next event at Richardson Performance Hall. We create dreams, one event at a time. For more information, call 361-698-2228.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you.
Just imagine the places we can go together. Del Mar College. Dreams delivered.
Oh, 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 oh.
For more information about Del Mar Now, log on to www.delmar.edu/now. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions to help us improve Del Mar Now, send an email to now@delmar.edu.
Our final guest is a Del Mar College student majoring in biology and biotechnology. He won a first-place poster presentation at the American Society for Microbiology in the Molecular Genomics category. He plans to graduate from Del Mar College in May of 2014. His goal is to earn a PhD in biochemistry and become a career scientist. Please welcome Clayton Speed. Hi. Thanks for being here.
Great to be here.
Okay, when did you decide you wanted to become a career scientist and why?
You know, it was actually during my Biology 1 class, and it was the class that's in collaboration with the Howard Hughes Medical Institute, and it gets research into the hands of students at a young age. And I realized then that I needed to do research, and I needed to find the answers to all those questions that we still had.
So through your classes, you just became engrossed in it, and you're like, I've got to do this now.
Yes, it was actually not in the first part of Bio 1, it was in the second part. I wasn't in the HHMI program the first semester. I took the regular 1406 class that most students take, and so I just got a very general idea of biology. And I was like, you know, this is a class that's very interesting, and I really like the subject matter, but I want to do something more with it. And so that when I came back from the Christmas break, I signed up for the phage class. And that was just something that opened my eyes to research, and I was like, this is where I need to be.
All right, so a different class, switch on a different mindset about this field.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what's been your most challenging science class at Del Mar College and why?
Oh, well, I would definitely say that the chemistry classes are very challenging because of just how comprehensive they are, but they're very interesting. I think that most students may say that the biology classes are a bit harder, but I like biology, so the chemistry doesn't come as easy to me.
Okay, so understanding all the atoms and protons and all that chemistry and stuff like that. Okay, so that's not your favorite cup of tea.
Oh, it's not my favorite, but it is very interesting.
Okay, that's good. All right, well, what has been your favorite class then at Del Mar College and why?
I would have to say the Biotech 1. That's now the phage class, and it's the class that I TA for. So it's the class that I've chosen to go back to and keep and help other students learn. So that one I think would be my favorite.
What do you do in Biotech 1?
That is the class that's with the Howard Hughes Medical Institute, and we isolate bacteriophage.
Okay.
So making sure that each student isolates their own virus that they can go out and kill tuberculosis with is my goal, and I just like to see the look on their face when they get their virus, and I'm like, okay, now you get to name it.
That's right, that's right. You've won first place for a poster presentation at the American Society for Microbiology, and which is very exciting. What kind of work goes into this presentation?
So that was a collaboration with at the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. It was both summers worth of work.
Okay.
So most of that work was covering breast cancer and prostate cancer.
Okay.
So it was 2 internships that we spent working on it with my mentor, and it was kind of comprehensive, but it was really interesting to do that and to present.
Research is definitely needed for society.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
So it's got to feel good to win that award.
It does. It was a lot of hard work. So it actually paying off and being awarded means that I was doing it all right, I guess.
Okay, that's great. That's great. What are you going to do next after you graduate?
After graduation, well, I guess the long-term goal is to get a PhD. So I'm going to have to finish my 4-year. And do a couple more internships and do more research.
Okay, are you wanting to do your internships on the same topic, or you want to try something different?
I think a little bit of both, actually. So my mentor is asking me every week to come back to the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory.
That's great.
Yeah, it really is. So I think that this summer I'll probably head back out there and continue some of the work I've done with her, and then maybe look into neurobiology, because that is a field that's growing every day, and there's not a whole lot of funding in certain other fields, but neurobiology is one that's getting a lot of funding. So I feel that may be something to look into.
Well, it sounds like you've got some great long-term goals and future goals. Why did you decide to start your science career here at Del Mar College?
Well, we're actually one of the only community colleges in the United States that is in collaboration with HHMI, and it has this phage class. And so if I wanted to do this program anywhere else, I think the closest place in Texas is UNT, and so that would be kind of far to go.
So we have the resources here.
We have it here.
That's great, that's great. Well, good luck to you, Clayton, and with all your career aspirations.
Thank you, Amy.
As always, if you have questions or comments about Del Mar Now, send an email to now@delmar.edu. We'll be back in January with an all-new show. Until then, we'd like to wish you and yours a very happy and safe holiday season. I'm Amy Mintz for Del Mar Now. Thanks for watching.